Nathan.
I'll introduce myself in a minute for you. So, evening everyone. Having looked at trying to prepare a best man speech, I asked around for advice, and I was once told that a best man speech should actually last as long as the groom could make love. Good night, everyone. Just kidding, that was 7 seconds, it's normally 6. So for those who don't know me, I'm Nathan, and you may have guessed that I am Aaron's brother and best man. So how do I follow the amazing speech of you four here, and indeed Marty? Yes, I'm wearing tight trousers. And you've taken a few of my jokes, but what I'll do is I'll just stick to them and we'll crack on through them second time round. So all I'll say is pretend to smile, keep your expectations low, hopes high, and we'll get through this together. So I'd like to thank you all for being here on this special day. I'm glad we can actually celebrate it with friends and family, not just from New Zealand, but with those from all over the world who has travelled to be here with us today. It's amazing to see how far you will actually travel for Naomi and Marty's piss. There's a slight change in that joke that Ellie cracked earlier, so... I'd like to start off by congratulating the happily married couple for making this special day possible. We all know that marriage asks that couples take each other for better or worse. And Aaron, you couldn't have done it any better at all. And Grace, well, couldn't have got any worse. Actually, now would be a good time. Grace, can I ask you to place your hand just on the table next to Aaron? And Aaron, put your hand right on top of Grace's. Don't move that. You'll appreciate it at the end of this speech. So, I want to tell you all today when I first met Aaron. It was 1992, a very traumatic day for me. I thought I was the only child. Then out came Aaron. He was short, chunky, and had minimal hair. 25 years later, some would say nothing's changed. On behalf of the bridesmaids, groomsmen, and myself, I'd like to thank Aaron and Grace for asking us to be involved in this special day today. Speaking of bridesmaids, may I take this opportunity to say how beautiful you all look today. Can I actually have a round of applause for the bridesmaids? So the bridesmaids come second only to the beautiful, flawless groomsmen. Sorry, I mean bride, who I'm sure you'll all agree looks simply stunning. And Aaron, thanks for coming. He just looks simple and stunned. Joking aside, I want to say what a privilege it is today to be your best man. The whole family is proud of you, and we are thrilled to see you marrying your beautiful bride, Grace, today. You may not know that Aaron was the first of our family to take the big step to New Zealand, knowing it would change his life forever. And there's two people that this wouldn't be possible without them. So I just want to put a big thank you out there to Darren and Maria for helping us move over to New Zealand. This was obviously big for us because as twins, we have a very close bond no one understands unless you are twins. So at school, we were always in the same class, competing against each other, pushing each other to the best that we can be. So for being away from each other for 6 months, that was tough. I remember those few words you said to me when I dropped you off at London Heathrow to make that move to New Zealand, and that was stick to the plan. And mate, this wasn't part of the plan. But what this does mean is that I'm in the perfect position to share and describe Aaron's characteristics to you to a T. So what better way to actually refer to his school reports? So PE, physical education, everyone knows that Aaron is a vivid footballer, but he has two key weaknesses. One for being smaller than average, and the other for only being good in one position. Mathematics. Although very keen, Aaron has a distinct problem differentiating between inches and millimeters. I think all of us guys do that, to be fair. So, and accountancy. One of the comments was Aaron gets distracted easily. I'd wish he'd pay more attention to playing with numbers rather than himself. It's been fairly tame for now, so I'll just take it up a notch. You may also be surprised to hear that Aaron hasn't always been this good looking. I mean, he has a stress-free job, runs a skincare business, and has Botox every now and then. Now, I'm not saying he was an ugly baby, but my mom only had morning sickness after he was born. And I was the first child to come out, so... Grace, we first met online, not like that. Since that day, in all fairness, I knew you were the one for my brother. You're funny, beautiful. Sorry, I can't read your writing. You know, there's a lot of things I can share with these guys today, but I've been sworn to secrecy, so I will actually respect that. So you're an amazing woman who deserves a wonderful husband. Unfortunately, you don't always get what you deserve. So you're actually, you know, you're both perfect for one another, and now even more perfect, having introduced a beaming, gorgeous little boy into our lives who fills us with joy each and every day, and you're amazing parents to him. You make so many people so proud and each and every day, but there's one more person actually prouder than anybody sitting here today, and that's me. As nerve-wracking as today has been for me, I'd do it 10 times over. So as we near the end of my speech, I just want to say how much of a great couple you make together. And now it's customary as the best man to give you some words of wisdom to the groom on marriage. Not being married myself, I can't speak from experience, so I went out looking for happily married couples for some advice, and I'm still looking. So this is the best I can do. Never laugh at your wife's choices because you're one of them. Remember that in marriage you have 3 rings: the engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the suffering. And finally, the best piece of advice I can give to you is if you want to remember your wedding anniversary, forget it once. Now, if anyone is wondering why I asked Aaron to place his hand over Grace's, I'll now reveal all. So, Aaron, it's been my pleasure to be able to give you the last 5 minutes in which you've had the upper hand over Grace. And finally, to the one part of my speech that isn't a duty, on behalf of everyone here today, may I wish you both many, many more happy years of happiness and a long and fruitful marriage. So can I ask you all to stand? And raise your glasses to the happily married couple, to Aaron and Grace. Thanks, everyone. Cheers.